Hello, welcome back. This is Seewing and today I'm going to go over two rental property deals, which will be amazing. You'll be hard pressed to find this type of properties available anywhere on the state. Without further ado, let me share my screen and go over this slideshow. And the title for my slideshow is How Turnkey Investors such as yourself, mom and pop investors, regardless of where you live in the country, you can buy successfully, remotely, and passively with very little down payment, and the cost of the property is very minimal and much more benefits. And you'll be surprised. If you have not heard my presentation before, you will be amazingly surprised how such a value add these type of investments can provide you. So let's go ahead and do this. Some of the slideshow, by the way, I'm going to go real quick. When you watch the video again, you may pause the screen to digest a particular slide at your leisure. I don't want to make this video too long. By the way, of course, if you see value on this video, please smash the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not already done so. And refer people you know into my channel so I can grow my YouTube channel. And also at the end of the video, please subscribe your email into the body of this text into my website so you can become a member of our real estate investing organization. Okay, so let's proceed. There's no such thing as a national real estate market. All real estate market is local. There are more than 400 metropolitan statistical areas. There are over 3,000 counties in the country, and there are over 9,000 cities in the USA. So real estate is local, right? So it's all about cash flow. However, there's many more benefits associated with owning a rental property far beyond cash flow, and I will briefly go over it toward the back end of this video. So again, stay tuned for this video. For the back end, I will identify two properties that we have available, which you can pursue. But nevertheless, these kind of properties, they get sold very quickly. Here it is. Cash flow is king, and don't over leverage. Financing could disappear. Right now, there's a great financing tools available for real estate investors, and you have to buy in a right market when there are boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. That's the key. The highlight of this video, over time, you need to scale your portfolio. If you can find rental properties off market, so you do not have to compete with all the buyers out there. Right now, we are in a historical low supply of inventory, and the pent-up demand is still pretty strong, even with the mortgage rate hovering around 7%. You can buy turnkey or rehab properties. The property will pass inspection. There are professional property management in place. You can finance these low-cost rentals with 20 to 25% down payment. You can utilize a particular lender that specializes in to do this loans for small mortgages. That is a win because most lenders are not willing to finance such low-cost purchases. And these kind of properties are rented very quickly, if not already rented already when you close escrow. So therefore, you could scale your portfolio, scale your rentals, multiple rentals over time, long term, invest out of state remotely, passively, and successfully. And finally, you need to have trust on the ground. You need to have a one-stop shop that's been around for a long while. They have a great track record. They have helped a lot of people. And you can find a turnkey provider on the ground that's been doing it for more than 30 years in this market. That is a win. All right. So again, we have a lender right here. I'm not going to go over details. You can pause this slideshow and contact the individual, and they will get you pre-qualified to get your low-cost investment loans, which most lenders in the country are not willing to provide this kind of service. All right. And of course, the market we're talking about is the Buffalo, Niagara Falls market region. If you look at the Realtor.com, the top 10 markets in 2023, it has listed Buffalo metro area as number 5 market, which are positioned for growth in the next upcoming year, 2023 and beyond, which is very reassuring, very impressive information. The sources, Black Knight Home Price Index and the Wall Street Journal have indicated Buffalo are among the top 5 housing markets poised for growth. As you can see, projected appreciation rate of 8.3% in Buffalo, Niagara Falls region, which is very surprising, but because we all been hearing the mainstream media always cover the trophy markets in Central and South Florida, Orlando, Miami, San Jose, San Francisco. Okay, these regional housing prices have fell quite dramatically, 14% over the past 9 months. But this region of the U.S. have done very well in spite of the higher mortgage rate. Furthermore, the U.S. News report the best places to live in 2023, 2024. And guess what? Buffalo, New York area is rated number 27 in best places to live. Wow, quite impressive resume. The property that you can purchase although they are pretty old, turn of the century properties, but as long as they have good foundation, good bones, they are rehab, turnkey, and the rehab team have done an outstanding job in this market over the years. And this is the typical interior of any property they promote. They do all the rehab themselves. So you, as an investor, does not need to get your hands dirty to fix your own property. So the rehab costs are incorporated into the very low cost purchase price. So you can make this a very turnkey cash flow properties. Okay, so you have the following information. So first property for this week, these properties are very desirable. It's off limit, like I said, but since this turnkey provider has been providing such a great track record, their off limits properties get sold very quickly because they have a captive audience of very highly motivated real estate investors that come into this market from all over the country and overseas. Yes, there are many overseas investors who are buying this type of properties from this particular turnkey provider here in Buffalo, Niagara Falls. So one or two properties that I want to highlight for this particular week, and they get sold within a week or less, depends. This is a complete rehab turnkey single family home in Niagara Falls. Here the following address for only $67,000. You put 25% down payment, so your total out of pocket is $16,700 plus closing costs. Your total cash out of pocket is $20,000 to buy you an amazing income producing property that will give you a very good return. As you can see, the rent to value ratio is 1.2. The cap rate is 8.7%, which is cash on cash returns 8%. Very good numbers. I even incorporated the vacancy factor of 2% and also the maintenance percentage. I incorporated a 5% maintenance percentage. So I'm trying to be as transparent, as realistic as possible about the vacancies and vacancies associated with these type of properties. Everything is full disclosure because that's the best way for to claim legitimacy and reputation for real estate companies such as mine. With that said, because in low price property, the gross rent on a monthly basis is $825. Very good rent at the 25% down payment at 7.3% mortgage rate, minus your monthly debt service and taxes, insurance, 10% property management fee, and maintenance and vacancy factor. You can still cash flow at least the first year net monthly of $143. Now, don't think twice. You're thinking, oh, cash flow is too low. This does not meet my numerical criteria. Hold that thought because you're not buying for cash flow. You're buying for long-term buy and hold. There are multiple ways you can make money on a rental property. I will share that with you toward the back end of this presentation. So hold your thought, have an open mind. And the second property, turnkey, off-limit property, all rehab, ready to go. Most of the units, 3 of the units has been rented. One unit is vacant, but it will be rented very soon in the next few weeks. These properties almost all rehab, and you will not find any turnkey fourplex property, a quad, anywhere in the country, and this highly desirable, with a very good boots on the ground, if you will, for a mere 90,500. You heard me right. Fourplex, a quad, selling at $90,500 on 4 units of rent, 25% down payment, a 7.3% mortgage rate, and then I'll factor in the typical 3% vacancy rate, 5% maintenance, 10% property management fee, and then you have your monthly taxes, insurance. You're only put in $28,000 initial cash invested, going down payment, closing costs to buy a income producing quad for multiple streams of income from the 4 units, only 90,500. I challenge you to find any of the fourplex rehab turnkey fixed up, already ready to go, or one-stop shop off market anywhere in the country. Please humor me to see if you can find anything like it anywhere in the country. I gather not. And the monthly cash flow, net cash flow, is approximately $459, giving you an amazing rent to value ratio of 1.6%, where 1% is the benchmark. I'm not going to go over the numerical formulas. You can do your research on your own. The capitalization rate is an insane 12.3% cap rate. A normal current rate, cap rate for cash flow properties is around 5%. You're getting way more than that. Double-digit cap rate, which is unheard of anywhere in the country. Cash on cash return of almost 20%. This is a mind-boggling, way above benchmarks for any investors out there. So anyway, mind-boggling monthly net cash flow on this fourplex, which is very rare. This situation happens. And finally, the big picture is rental property is history's most attractive, most powerful, tax-favored, and proven multi-dimensional real estate investment asset class. Wow, that's a mouthful. Yeah, in my opinion, a rental property is a world's greatest wealth building vehicle. Why? Because there are at least 4 ways you can benefit from it. I know you're thinking the first month of the net cash flow on the single family home is not that great, but it's just the beginning. You're buying for long-term growth, buying for cash flow, steady rental income increases year over year. The inflation, when you pass that income will grow the longer you own this property. You're getting amazing tax benefit, passive losses, depreciation, cost segregation, real estate pro tax status, cash out refinance in the future without any tax implications. You can do a 1031 tax exchange, multiple exit strategies you can achieve associated with owning an income rental property. And of course, you buy with leverage. It's something that is not available in any other type of assets class because you're only using 25%, 1/4 of your money at risk to purchase a asset using a loan, using financing, using the power of leverage, which is leverage income property. Beat out other asset classes. You can beat it on your own. You can do a lot of different strategies during the time you own a particular property. You can convert your annual lease income property to other type of property over time as you see fit. All this information may not tailor-made to your property, but I'm sure you can do one of those changes throughout the long-term holding of this property. So I'm not going to go over the details. Read it on your own. Multiple ways you can recharacterize your property to maximize the returns for your long-term investment. Okay, and then of course I got the loan agent for you. And I'm not going to go over the pro forma. Any serious investor should own some kind of software. I use Property Tracker. Property Tracker will track everything. The first year, you may not see that much visual benefits on your income property ownership, but if you have the discipline and dedication and the patience to stick it out over the next 2, 3, 4 years, you will see the financial benefits in many different ways in terms of rental increases and also debt reductions, mortgage pay down by the renter, and equity growth over time, 3 to 5% per year. And then once your mortgage are being systematically paid down by your renter, you can have a higher equity, higher loan to value ratio that allow you to refinance the equity from this one particular property to leverage into more future properties. Basically recycling. This new word is important. You're recycling your properties into more properties. You're leveraging, you are scaling, you're buying multiple rentals over a period of time. It takes time to increase your wealth. It's not going to happen overnight. So if you're willing to make this kind of commitment, then you can be real good. So you start off with one rental at a time. You gotta pull the trigger and buy one rental. That's the hardest part, and the easier part will be down the road. When you have a good experience, good positive experience, see your money grow, see your property go over time, so you can leverage, you can recycle the property, you don't cash out refinance, you could buy more property. So it takes time, like I said, right? That's pretty much it. Again, as I finalize this presentation, it doesn't matter where you live, whether you live in high cost area in California, or Pacific Northwest, or you live in the Northeast, whether you live in the Midwest, where home prices are very high. You need to buy in the right market. You need to buy in the linear markets, such as the Midwest, which is Buffalo and Niagara Falls is part of the Midwest linear market. Very stable appreciation. It's not a trophy market by any means. The mass media are not going to talk about it because it's not exciting. But if you want excitement, you might want to buy in a cyclical market in the western region of the U.S., which is very high risk. Trust me. But over time, you take a step back, look at the long-term benefit of owning properties. Over time, over many years, home price will appreciate. You will own it 5, 7, 10 years or more. There's only one dip at the housing crash of 2008. That was the only dip in appreciation price. But over the past 50 to 100 years, real estate value always goes up long term. If you want to achieve the net worth, most people achieve their wealth through real estate as an asset class. The more real estate you own over time, the higher net worth you're going to get and you can achieve. So you look at the numbers, over 2/3 of the net worth of people come from owning properties, whether primary home or rental properties. At the end of the day, that's how people leverage and achieve wealth. History repeats itself. Finally, the words of Warren Buffett: be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. So as I leave you at this video presentation, hopefully you receive a lot of value. If you are a first-time real estate investor, digest this information. And also, if you see value on this presentation, please smash the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I need to really accelerate my subscriber list. I want to educate more people. For me to do that, I need more subscribers. YouTube can work the algorithm magic with me. And finally, please subscribe your email into my website below you. So once you enter your email into my website, you will receive weekly email newsletters that goes into your email inbox. We talk about real estate investment opportunities. We have invited speakers to talk on our videos. So you can learn how to become a real estate investor. A lot of great free educational contents on our website's videos. And so that's pretty much it. Thank you for attending, and I'll talk to you next time. Have a nice day. To see you. Bye-bye.